How's everybody? It's Dr. Katka here. Look at that, we finally have a sunset. The sun is coming from behind the cloud right there and it's going to set shortly. I have an anti-wind mic, so I hope it's going to work. I'm going to stand here in front of the wind and I'm going to have you enjoy the sunset, hopefully. Let's see how I can situate it. But anyway, today is our Medical Monday. And today we're going to talk about joints and muscles. Just want to make sure. Oh, this looks pretty good. I'm just going to leave it right there and not touch it and pray that we don't fall. Oh, this is beautiful. I don't know if you can see on that side, on the others there is rain actually coming down. It's really beautiful. I shared with you it is a monsoon season and it's also mosquito harvest season. I have a show and tell for you, except I left it behind. I may go and get it. I wanted to show you there's a mesquite pod and mesquite flower right on the same tree. It's quite remarkable what nature can do. And I always want us to remember that we are part of nature, we humans, and so that means we can adapt and we can heal quite profoundly. So joints. We have many joints, right? We have the big guys, the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders. We have the hips, the knees, the ankles. Those are big. Then we have the small joints in our hands and toes and all sorts of intercostal joints. And then we have the profound spine. I did share with you about prolozone. I'm going to post it, but in our earlier sunset musings, if you go through the playlist, we have prolozone as one of the really helpful treatment. Fairly non-invasive, just an injection of nutrients, an injection of ozone goes into the joints. See, I shouldn't touch this. Hang on a sec. Actually, sorry about that. That was so much better if I didn't only touch it. Let's see. There we go. Beautiful. That's a very powerful treatment when the joints are really, really sore and painful. And it is really good to do if we're deciding to go with surgery to do prior to surgery for sure. As I have seen a lot of people recover and did not have to do surgery. But let's talk about joints in general. I already shared that with you. I'll just summarize. Joints are, for our body, less important than the main organs like the heart, the brain, the lungs, the liver. So it tends to use the joints as almost a storage of over toxicity, meaning what the body cannot eliminate freely and easily, that tends to store in the joints and the skin as a secondary pathway of detoxification. So a lot of time I see people that have generalized inflammation, their joints start being inflamed big time. They don't even have to have a diagnosis of rheumatoid arthritis and they can have a manifestation of it. God forbid rheumatoid arthritis is then autoimmune manifestation. So that's like the next level up. When we go from inflammation and joint inflammation and then it goes to autoimmunity. Same thing with the muscles. You know, when there is a lot of inflammation, it sort of gets stored in the muscle, and then we come up with these diagnoses like chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia. What fibromyalgia is, a lot of people unfortunately suffer with that now, is it was originally diagnosis of exclusion, that everything else did not fit. So then fibromyalgia was developed as a diagnosis where nothing else fit. So we created a diagnosis that would match. again, profound inflammation all over the body, and then in the muscles, where the muscles are basically continuously spasmed. So even though the body is fatigued and there is profound pain using the muscles, they're continuously spasming, they cannot relax, causing severe pain and more inflammation, and less nutrients going into the muscles and less toxins leaving the muscle. Same thing with the joints. But inflammation, less nutrient go in and less toxins are able to leave. Connective tissue in general receives less oxygen and less blood flow to begin with. So then we add inflammation, then we add injury, you name it, just pain can develop. So what do we do for that? A lot of people come on medications, anti-inflammatories, anti-pain meds, and that may work for a little bit. For fibromyalgia, I have a lot of people unfortunately come actually on antidepressants, as the doctor says, I can't help you, and now you're depressed, and now here are, more medicines, which clogs up the system even more. So eventually it actually contributes to the problem versus making it better, unfortunately. So again, you're not going to be happy hearing me say that again, but we got to go to the basics and help the body clean up, calm down the inflammation on the big picture level. So we can use the medications for temporarily. If it was up to me, I would try to replace the medicines with more natural anti-inflammatories. It's the turmeric, it's like the yerba manta. I have the plant here to show you. It's some chondroitin, glucosamine, MSM to support the joints, high doses of magnesium, especially magnesium malate to support the muscles, for the mitochondria health, which mitochondria health becomes depleted and mitochondria stops functioning properly, which is the number one producer of internal cellular energy. We're lacking that, and instead of making 36 profound energy molecules of ATP, we end up making only 2, and we create a lot of lactic acid contributing to more pain, etc., etc. We don't have to go through all of that. The idea is that we do need more oxygen, we do need more breath, we do need more nutrients, especially alkaline nutrients, green powders, green superfoods. We also need to bind the toxins, so we go back to the toxin binders, to the activated charcoal, right? We also go back to something as easy as the building blocks for ATP, which is the energy molecule, which would be D-ribose and coenzyme Q10. So try that for a few weeks. 5 grams of D-ribose 3 times a day, and at least 100 milligrams of CoQ10 3 times a day at the same time. Really good for mitochondrial health. Helps a lot. I'm going to create a little protocol and post it for you, but that would be the idea. So can you see the sun coming out again from the bottom there? Sorry if it's shaking for the wind. Just listen to me talk. That'll be, there you go. Close your eyes, check out the sunset. I'm going to hold it right there. But truly is, when we have muscle issues and when we have joint issues, it is important that we don't just think muscles and joints, that we do think the whole body. I think I should just put this down because it's shaking a lot. Let me hold it. Not that I'm not going to be shaking, but maybe I'll be shaking less. Isn't that just beautiful? Yeah, the sun always reminds us that our body can heal. It truly is. I have seen people heal from so much, and lots of pain and muscle issues and joint issues. So it is very much possible. I mean, we can use intravenous treatments, etc. That is of an availability, but you don't have to. You can just do it by profound cleansing of the organism. That has to go slow though, because we gotta make sure we have the pathways of detoxification open, right? So we're not pushing the toxins back into the muscles and the joints. And So we do it slowly, and then we go with the anti-inflammatories, the plants, the turmeric, the high alkaline foods, the super greens. And we really take it easy on the inflammatory foods to a point of avoiding them for at least 3 to 6 weeks. I will go more. Ultimately, it's trusting the body that when we eliminate toxins and put in nutrients, you're not going to be happy hearing that, but it works profoundly. It has to be done slow if there's a lot of inflammation, but it works really, really well, okay? I promise. I have seen that over and over and over. If you have more questions, let me know. Don't forget the activated charcoal. That's a big one. That's an easy one. If there is a lot of joint stuff, MSM 1000 milligrams 3 times a day and glucosamine minimum of 500 milligrams 3 times a day works wonders. Turmeric at high doses works wonders. For the muscles, the magnesium malate, D-ribose, and coenzyme Q10 actually is profound. And then the superior diet, where we eliminate the dairy, the meat, the sugar, the coffee, the alcohol, the corn, the eggs, you name it. So we just stick with veggies, and unless we have diabetes, high organic fruits and veggies on a daily basis, and we eliminate. Okay? I know it sounds easy, and it is. It's simple. It is simple. It's not always easy to do in our world, but it is easy. Let me know if you have questions. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope the wind wasn't too bothersome, and I'm glad you got to witness a little bit of sunset during our Monday musings of Medical Mondays. All right? Take care. Bye-bye.